Hi, nesters. I understand that you're going through some big changes in many areas, and that can sometimes be difficult. So, if you think about one of the changes that you've made yourself in your life recently, perhaps you've started going to the gym, perhaps you've stopped going to the gym, perhaps you've started to learn something new, perhaps you've met somebody new. Any changes? And how did that make you feel? Usually good in some way, right? So what's the difference between the change that happens when you choose to make the changes and the changes that are kind of imposed on us? Well, it is that feeling that they impose, that somebody else has decided. And it often brings up fear for us, doesn't it? We think, can I cope? Can I be all right? It might also bring up irritation, that I now have to sit somewhere different with different people, and all this stuff is interfering with my work flow. And another domain, of course, where you're making some changes is around policies and procedures. And that can feel irritating. All of a sudden we have to comply to some rules. But see it in the spirit of fairness, that Bird's Nest has grown fairly quickly, and there are now many more people than even just a few years ago. So it's important to have rules, if you like, that apply to everybody the same. So if you're feeling frustrated, irritated, if that comes up, which is natural, it will for most, what do you do with it? Well, let's look at what you don't do. Ideally, you don't talk to everybody around you going, having a good complaint, because that spreads kind of a toxic feeling of resentment and also just I suppose, negativity. So you can notice that comes up for you. And as we've talked about in your mindfulness program, you can choose to say, I'm going to be the adult in this process. I'm going to see it as, yep, I get a little scared, I get a little annoyed, or whatever it might be, but I'm going to be proactive. I'm going to see the opportunities in it, and I'm going to support it. I'm also going to question if there are some things that I have some concerns about, or some problems that I think may arise out of it. I'm going to voice that around the specifics, not a general whinge, but around the specifics to the right people. And if you're feeling kind of a build-up in the body, then you know the 5 magic breaths are really good to kind of just settle that. So that if you do have something you want to raise, make sure you come from that calm place of going, I'm not sure this is going to work, or the problems in this might be, rather than, Okay. So this is my little input in making change and making sure that it's an okay and perhaps even positive experience for everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day and, of course, month with this particular focus.